Welcome back. Well, law offices are now offering big incentives to keep lawyers burning that midnight oil. Some offices reportedly offering bonuses well over $100,000 to retain talent and reduce pandemic burnout. Joining me right now is business attorney, the founding and managing partner of Berenzweig Leonard, Seth Berenzweig. Seth, great to have you today. Thanks very much for being with us. You know, we've been talking every day about this movement toward ensuring businesses get the workers that they need. A lot of people have gotten money and said, you know what, after this pandemic, I'm changing the way I approach work. Seth, can you assess for us what you're seeing at your firm in terms of lawyers and the need to retain talent and how you're doing that?
Absolutely. Good morning. The world of corporate transactions is red hot right now, and there's about $3 trillion worth of private equity capital on the sidelines looking to work deals for corporate acquisitions. We're seeing here in Washington, D.C., through our law firm, a significant increase in M&A, mergers and acquisition activity, in both the commercial and in the federal government contract space. Because of that relative imbalance between supply and demand, we're seeing in the Washington, D.C. area and also more broadly, significant demand for corporate transactional work for the attorneys that plug into those transactions with all the industry consolidation that's going on, as well as a lot of activity, for example, here in the government contracting space. So therefore, based upon basic supply and demand, as you've correctly noted, the increase of benefits has continued to go up, and we're seeing that across the board in the legal industry.
So there are a lot of incentives being offered, Seth. What kind of incentives do you see out there?
Well, as you've noted, of course, there are initially financial incentives, and there's a lot of money being passed around, especially in the bigger law firms. But what we're also seeing is that the corporate associates want more than just cash, because as it turns out in the world of human resources, money is certainly helpful, but really not for an indefinite period of time. Corporate attorneys also want to have a positive work-life balance. They want to have more flexible telecommuting, which of course is something that's not very surprising now that we're coming out of the world of COVID. They want to have better general non-monetary benefits, time off. When things get very active in our business, including in the transactional space, there's a lot of time involved, there's stress, so therefore there are monetary benefits that are involved, but quite frankly, there's a lot of non-monetary benefits that are involved in terms of employee retention.
Real quick before you go, Seth, what sectors are you seeing the most activity in terms of transactions, mergers, or takeovers?
That's a great question. High tech is really big here in Washington. Tech meeting the world of federal government contracts is really a big part of our M&A practice right now. So there's a real thirst for those kinds of deals.
All right, we will leave it there. Thank you so much, Seth. Great info from you. Seth Berenzweig joining us this morning on jobs in the legal profession.